Hello everybody. As I said, my name is Rebecca and I am the Alumni Relations Manager here at Newcastle University Business School. I'm also joined by a colleague within my team called Rebecca McEwen, or we like to keep it nice and simple within the team. We both call ourselves Rebecca, so whenever you want to talk to us, you just have to remember one name. We are very lucky within our school that we are the only school at Newcastle that has this dedicated team, and we aim to build alumni connections into the student experience, as well as supporting our alumni community once you have graduated. The alumni community and your time at Newcastle lasts a lifetime, and you can be with us for as long as you would like. So I'm just going to touch on a little bit of the Newcastle University alumni community and what we are and who we are. So we are a diverse community. We've got over 37,000 business school alumni based in over 150 countries. That means wherever you would like to call home after graduation, there will probably be another alumni within your country. It might not be great numbers, but you're able to build that connection. And with that, I am very proud that the university as a whole has 22 regional, industry, and interest-based networks. Typo on that screen there, so just the interest-based networks. We have the likes of communities in Taiwan, which Lillian is going to be talking a little bit about today, China, Africa, so we've got one in Nigeria, I believe, Korea, and America. So I haven't named them all there, but go on our website to be able to have a little look. We are a successful group of leaders and change makers. We have founders, we have directors, and it just shows that whatever you would like to do upon graduating, if you want to, you can look at our alumni community, you can connect with alumni and hopefully find a successful path that you could look to mirror, or talk to those alumni to help inspire you. We are a supportive network of peers. We want to see each other thrive, and therefore I always say if you're looking for an answer to something or you're wanting to gain feedback on an idea, connect with somebody who also went to Newcastle University, because we're often happy to share experience and to share know-how. So here's just a little bit of an overview of who our alumni community are. Like I said, there's over 37,000 of us, so imagine if I went through every single person, you will still be here till next week. So today I've just highlighted 6 of our alumni community who graduated from Newcastle University Business School, just to give a little snapshot of who we are. So we have Sarah Green, who works at Newcastle Gateshead Initiatives as Chief Executive. She works at looking up around tourism development and regional development for Newcastle and Gateshead, as the name suggests. And in 2025, she was awarded an OBE in the New Year's Honours List. And that's just in recognition of her work within the region. An example of that is that she was one of the only individuals who managed to secure £2.25 million of funding for regional development after the COVID pandemic. We also have Tom Cullen. He studied banking and finance with us in 2018. Tom has co-founded an app called Zuplo or Zoplo. Don't wonder how you want to pronounce it. Zoplo is a Gen Z polling app which helps brands to gain insight into how the Gen Z market is thinking and therefore create content and products to fit within that market. We also have Dev Koshti. He was, as part of our NCL in Action program, one of our industry leaders spotlights. A very recent graduate, he's the founder of Altus, which uses AI to support companies with customer service, and also aftercare solutions. More of our global alumni, we have Beilin Zhang, who is based in China. Beilin is also part of one of our China alumni networks and has co-founded and CEO of CoLink Global Networking. That features everything from event support all the way through to helping people learn how to network. We have Mara, who studied international marketing in 2018 and is now based in Germany. As the job title suggests, she uses product owner for marketing automation and uses data and digital solutions to help shape marketing campaigns. And we also have Corey, who is now based in Abu Dhabi. Before that, he was based in London and he works within the finance industry. And it just shows that whatever you would like to do upon graduating, you can cross-end borders, you can use your industry to level up into different ways. So he's made the move from investment management in London into the UAE. So, like I said, the alumni community is one that often helps with student experience, and we're very grateful for that. One of the reasons I think that this is such a positive experience when you decide to study at Newcastle University is that our alumni are able to show authentic stories. They're able to give you insight into areas that we perhaps can't as staff members, and we do truly appreciate it. Some of the areas that alumni have helped support with and that you might see within your course is through mentoring. So if you are wanting to develop a softer skill, you wanting to find industry insight, we can sometimes look to match you with a mentor, or maybe part of your course you might have a mentoring program. We also have alumni that come back and support guest lectures. We often find that's a great way for our students to gain industry insight and find out what it might specifically be like working at a company. We also run panel discussions. You might find this within your induction week where alumni again come back and give a more holistic experience of what it was like to be part of Newcastle University. Some of our alumni here today will be sharing some of the similar experiences, but we really find during induction week it's a great way to kind of familiarise yourself with Newcastle University and Newcastle as a whole. As a university and as a business school, we also host treks where our students can go visit companies, and we often find that these companies are led or have our alumni in senior positions there. We are actually hosting a trek next week to London, and a lot of our alumni have supported that and offered their workspace, so the likes of Bloomberg and PwC. You might also find that as part of your studies, you have the ability to participate in a student project that might be offering research or insight into an issue that a company is looking to solve. Again, often these companies are alumni-owned businesses. And networking. Our alumni love to come together and reconnect with one another, and often we find that our student and alumni networking events are very popular and also gives our students a safe space to interact and practice networking skills, because if you haven't done it before, sometimes it can be a little bit daunting. So doing it alongside alumni just gives you that little bit of a safe space. So here's just some pictures of our alumni in action that I've been taking over the past year. So like I said, we have our treks and panel discussions, and here are some of our alumni who have founded businesses speaking at London on the left. A speed networking event on the right where employers, many of who are alumni, came just to help our students practice and develop their skills while also finding out a little bit more about the job market in Newcastle. I've already mentioned it, but alumni panels with induction week. So on the left there is one of our careers consultants, Kian, who was just sharing his experience with two there of our alumni who studied an MBA. And finally, on the right, you may recognise a couple of faces, but we've got our Vice Chancellor, Chris Day, alongside some of our Newcastle University Business School alumni who participated in the Great North Run, and so you're able to join teams, extracurricular as well, where alumni are often kind of supporting as well. And we're looking to do a team this year. I think we're on about 22 sign-ups at the moment, which is very positive. I don't know if I'd be looking that happy after running 13.1 miles. But yes, that was all of our how alumni can support you as students. But like I said, the alumni community lasts a lifetime. So what does that mean for you after graduation? Well, the alumni networks that I was just talking about can be something that you decide to join. And again, I've just listed some of our regional alumni networks and more of our interest-based ones. We have trying to think off the top of my head now. Um, a cross-country network. We've got a Strava group if you're into keep fit, so running and cycling. And we also have some more specific ones, like the medical school have one on medicine. You can also access our LinkedIn groups. So we have a specific Newcastle University Business School LinkedIn group, which you connect with and can see other individuals who are on LinkedIn. We also like to post regular updates within that group, such as research information, event information, and you're also able to join the wider Newcastle University Alumni LinkedIn group. At last count, the business schools alumni group was around about 33,000 members, so quite a positive network of individuals. You'll also get invites to exclusive events and webinars. They can be based really around 3 different areas. So develop those that are there to support you develop your softer skills or skills that you would use in the workplace. Your discover, which will help build your research and your more world knowledge. So I think they have been running series on AI at the moment and what that means for the global marketplace. And the last is about support. So they'll do events and webinars about how you can support and give back to the university in a multitude of ways, such as volunteering. So you might decide you want to become a mentor yourself as a graduate. Part of our offer is that for 3 years after graduation, you'll be able to still use our careers service. So you'll have access to 2 careers consultants at Newcastle University Business School. Doesn't matter where you're based in the world, they'll be able to hop on a call and really talk you through areas that you are wanting to discuss, wanting to find out more information. Because sometimes can be very specific to industry. Sometimes it could be more about developing softer skills or having a look at CVs and helping prepare for interviews. For 2 years after graduation, you'll also get support from Newcastle University's startup team. So they might help you if you think you have a business idea or looking to start your business, really kind of start onboarding that process and helping you to achieve that. Business school specific, you'll get access to an online community called Business Graduates Association. And then if you decide to stay in Newcastle after graduation, you can use the school for on-site event spaces, or if you're having a meeting and want to reconnect with somebody, you are able to book one of our small meeting rooms. Brilliant. So I think I very quickly rattled through that. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, but for the next kind of 30 minutes or so, we're going to hear from 3 of our alumni separately who are just going to share their experience of studying at Newcastle University and what life has gave them since graduating. So we're going to be joined by Lillian and Simon today. But before we do that, I'll stop sharing my screen and just double check if anybody has any questions in the chat. Brilliant. So if anybody does have anything that they want to add in the chat at any point, just feel free to do that and we will be able to talk them through. But first of all, I would like to invite to join me on screen, and we're just going to talk about life during and after Newcastle as a recent graduate.
Hi there,
Hi, Brilliant.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can pin you. There we go.
Grant.
Right. So, thank you for joining me today. Am I correct in thinking, and have I got my research correct, that you graduated in 2022?
Yes, that's absolutely spot on.
Perfect. So, you graduated coming up to 3 years this year, so very much a recent graduate of Newcastle University. And I think this is just a great time where you can start to reflect on your journey of Newcastle and kind of what that's brought for you in your workspace. So my first question really for you is going to be, what skills has studying at Newcastle University helped you to develop?
Right. Well, I have got like 3 or 4 skills to confirm, honestly. First thing is critical thinking because when you're coming from India, it's very difficult to understand the thin line of difference between being constructive about criticism, about understanding the nuances of a topic, and being negative. So we used to think, okay, if I'm being critical towards something, I think that's negative. But then we've been taught like how to be constructive towards a topic and contribute your sort of research and analysis, and then being critical. So that's one of the important skills that I've developed, and it also helping me for my future research that I'm looking for, like my PhD and future research prospects. Communications obviously played a great role, and a skill that I've developed because I'll be like speaking with like all of my classmates, understanding the situation because we were in COVID times. So to understand what my classmates were looking for during the tough times, you need to get that sort of communications correct to understand exactly what they're looking for, with effective communications and getting the points right. Also, time management adaptability, because obviously that's a completely new environment. So you're getting into a new town, you have to do everything by your own, the coursework with your studies and research, and then you have to take care of yourself. Also, if you're working on an internship or a part time, so you have to manage a lot. But I think that's the fun part. So you need to get to understand the time management adaptability.
Brilliant. And would you say that time management came with time? Was it something that you learnt throughout the year, or was it very much a quick learning curve for you?
No, I took my time, honestly. So I wasn't very much prepared to get to like, like starting to work alongside the study. So I took like 4 months. Then I picked up the internship with the uni, and then I started gradually with like increasing my hours with the work. Started with like 5 hours a week. Then I went on to 20, then 40. So it was a gradual change, but it was amazing to like understand how this things works.
Brilliant, thank you. And I did forget to ask at the start, can you just share with the audience what you studied at Newcastle University as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So I did my master's in IBM, which is International Business Management, and my optionals were Role of Business and Society and International Entrepreneurship. So these are my two subjects. And Role of Business and Society was like my most favorite one, honestly. Changed my life.
I know it's always great to hear what people enjoyed as part of their course, and obviously the course content does change year to year ever so slightly, but you'll always have one very passionate feeling towards one part or one module, and it's really great to see. And then hopefully our future students will kind of take that on board and be like, yes, this is my time to shine when they get to their favorite part. Did you utilize the careers team at all when you were a student?
Oh yes, absolutely. I think everyone went for it because it was like tough times again, COVID. So we know how the market's behaving. But I think career sides, that the whole team helped us to understand and navigate through that tough time. I got my first internship with the career side. I got my first part-time job, then went on to do the full-time. Obviously, they helped with me with the CVs, cover letters, which is very different from what you see in India, and what is the requirements for like specific countries if you're applying to. So that sort of helped. But yeah, overall, it was quite a positive experience. I used to spend a lot of times in the King's Pavilion just to analyze my stuff, like how to get through the CVs and stuff.
Did you find it a very easy service to access as well?
Yeah, I think for us it's much easier because university has the one for like everyone, but the business school used to have another one in the campus itself.
Yeah.
So it's just in the downstairs. So I used to go there and speak to the people that were like trying to help us.
Brilliant. And I think just a note for anybody who's thinking about joining us at Newcastle University, as Am said, we do have our careers team that are specifically for the business school, and I think they also now do drop-in services within the business school foyer. So if you ever think, oh, I've got a quick question, you can always now pop in and ask them very quickly if they are able to support with that. You've mentioned that you were an international student. How did you find Newcastle as a city? Because I know that can always be a bit of a daunting question or thought, can't it?
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, all the memories that I had for like 3.5 years been absolutely amazing. obviously get the nightlife, you get the student circle and everything, but like the campus itself, which is urban campus, and you don't have to like you can literally walk to everywhere if you want at such a short distance of walking. And city is buzzing with the football culture, the food and everything. I love it, and I would definitely looking forward to go again if I can, just to visit.
Brilliant. On whereabouts are you based nowadays, if you don't mind me asking?
Now I'm in India. I'm doing my advanced research, like working with a professor. So I'm planning to do my PhD in like later when the application opens in September. So I'm
Oh,
trying to
lovely.
learn the advanced skills and stuff.
Brilliant. Well, I'll have to touch base with you after and tell you more about one of our global networks that I've just launched there as well. So I'll definitely do that. What made you choose Newcastle University over other universities when you were thinking about applying?
Well, honestly, I've got like three specific options that I always tell everyone. One is obviously the urban campus because it was pretty new country. I don't want to have a rural campus. You have to like take a 30-minute, 40-minute bus ride to get to the uni. Second is scholarship because I got a good scholarship when I joined in 2021. The third thing is pretty personal to me. It was in 2018, there was a documentary of Sir Bobby Robson that came out. And I fell in love with Newcastle. I've been following the worst of days of Newcastle, but then that's one of the reasons. So like, yeah, I'm going there. If I got a scholarship, I got from Leeds, but yeah, definitely I'm going to the Newcastle. So it was a best decision I've taken up.
Brilliant. And one of the good things about the business school is that we are just right across the street from St James's Park. So if you're thinking about getting into football or soccer, then you got it right at at your doorstep, so to speak. Um, Brilliant. Thank you, So how did your tutors and lecturers support you when you were studying with us?
I think one of the things that I've developed was like research on like to understand like what is the importance of research. Like we used to think, okay, you do a research paper, you do like data collection and stuff. But when we used to get to the classes, so they taught us like what is the importance of making a good research, like how it contributes to the society and how we as business leaders or like change makers can bring a difference. And I think role of business in society as a specific subject helped me a lot to like reshape my thoughts because I used to think of, okay, I want to do a business straight away. But now I'm into more into public policy economics because that's how they shaped my thought process into like how to bring the radical changes to tackle the bigger problems of the world. So that's one of the key skills that my professors helped me to understand, like the importance of research, the importance of critical thinking and stuff.
Brilliant. Thank you. How did you find your first role when you graduated?
It was a mystery, honestly. I think it was step by step. So I started with like the business ambassador program. Then I went on to do the internship, and I would definitely recommend everyone to do it because I got it through uni. And the good thing is the company knows that you were in new uni, so you don't have to adjust the classes according to them. So they will do the adjustments for you. So then I gradually went on to get the part-time at LNER, the London North Eastern Railways. There I worked with communications, then went full-time and did my finance. But I don't exactly remember how I got the LNER's job, but I definitely am pretty sure like it should be within this process because that's how the things just turned out.
Yes, definitely. If you hadn't have done the things earlier, then that opportunity wouldn't have arisen. And sometimes I think um, some elements are a part of a serendipity, should we say. But yes, I'm going to ask you one final question, and it's the one that hopefully doesn't put you on the spot too much. But if you could sum up your time at Newcastle in one word, what would that word be?
I would say transformative because it completely transformed me from like both academically and personally because I used to be an okay student, but like to understand the importance of what we did at a uni. So that was quite transformative and also at work and a personal level because you have to take a lot of responsibility by yourself. You know, just coming out of undergrads and then understanding the real world and how it works. So it sort of transferred me properly in like the 1 year that I spent there. So definitely transformative.
Brilliant. Oh, well, thank you so much, and I know that we've stayed connected since you graduated, and you've always been very kind to the university. So I just wanted to extend a thank you from us, and thank you for joining us today. But yes, thank you so much,
Thank you so much, Rebecca. It was always nice to speak to you.
Yes, and you too. Um, we might speak again in just a second, but I'll move over to our second chat of the day. So thank you so much. Brilliant. So Lillian, am I okay to come to you next? Lillian, are you trying to find the unmute button? It always happens. I think mine's just on the bottom left of the screen. Lillian, are you okay? Do you need some help in the chat? There we go. Oh, I can't hear you. I don't, it might just be me. This happened on one of our webinars the other day. Maybe I'm cursed with the audio. Try now, Lillian? No. Lillian, do you want to try and jump offline and jump back on, and we'll swap next. Simon can do the next fireside chat, and then we'll come back to you, Lillian, if that's okay. Perfect. Sakar's there as well. So Sakar, if you want to chat to Lillian and maybe help on that stage as well, perfect. So thank you very much, Simon. I will pin you to the top of the screen. There we go. So Simon, can we hear you?
Let's check.
Yes, we
And
can. I think we've
awesome.
got similar headphones actually. I think they must have bulk bought them in most companies.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us today, Simon. You're going to be talking a little bit about kind of employment in your role. But Simon, are you okay just to give everybody a little bit of an overview of what you studied at Newcastle, when you graduated, and a little bit about your role now?
Yeah. So hi everyone, I'm Simon. I graduated in 2019. It's almost 5 years now, so feel old a bit. But I work in consultant relations at State Street Global Advisors, which is not as famous as some competitors like BlackRock and Fidelity and names like that, but we are the fourth largest asset manager in the world. And So basically, asset management is the industry. I don't know if I said I started finance. I don't know if I forgot that. That's an important part. But so asset management, what we do is there's we have institutional clients mainly pension schemes, foundations, endowments. They all are looking uh, on how to allocate their money, and they come to us to and they might look for managers to allocate their resources. And some of them, like especially pension schemes, they're advised by consultants, and that's where my team comes into play. And what we do in a nutshell is we try to organize research meetings and get our funds, our product, rated by them, and then the consultants they can go and spread the word and say, Stay Sweet has a good fund, just buy it. So that's mainly it.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing. Super interesting. As well, because I'm not within the industry, I always love to hear what other industries are up to as well. So thank you so much. What skills did Newcastle University Business School help develop or provide you with, which you find useful nowadays?
I mean, there's definitely the knowledge that I gain in the courses, and although my position is not super technical, let's say, it's more of a hybrid between some research and some data analysis, but I deal with different topics, different asset classes, and definitely all the courses and uh, help me to understand what I'm dealing with. So most of the time, maybe I'm talking to an expert in, say, fixed income on the consultant side and an expert on our side, and that would be really hard if I don't know what the products are. So I think that definitely that helped me. Um, then there are all of bunch of soft skills, of course, and when it comes to, just maybe working in a course group or something like that, even if sometimes I guess students and I myself didn't like that much, working in a group, there's always the free rider that doesn't do anything, and um, but that's just a window on the real world, those are the same people that then transition to the company. So it's a good gym for that, I would say. And also, I would say I'll mention the research process. I think that's really interesting because writing the dissertation was, I don't know, I love that. And I think even we had a course, I think, in research methods, I think it was called, and it's basically how to write the dissertation. And I think that gives you the rigor on how to reference stuff, how to research things, and what's a proper source and what's the okay source. And I think in the way of thinking, the way of working, that's really important.
Brilliant, thank you. We've touched on it ever so slightly, but you've had a global experience yourself. Do you think that being part of a global student community is supported you with it within your career and kind of how you're able to navigate relationships and think about how, you work within teams?
Definitely. I mean, I guess maybe it's just in my experience, but I grew up in a village in the Italian Alps. We don't have lots of diversity there, to be honest. So moving to Newcastle and I don't know, having friends from the US, from China, from Singapore, and it 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 really, I don't know, helped me develop like a cultural awareness. And sometimes you think in a way, but then it's just how all the people around you. I don't know if it makes sense, but just how um, everyone around you think, and then you meet other people and you realize, oh, actually there are other ways to do and think. And working now in a global organization, I think that's really valuable. And I think I haven't mentioned that, but I moved to Poland, so I I, I left my homeland, and so it's every day I deal with people with different backgrounds, and I think the Newcastle was a great place uh to experience that in the first place.
Like, did you find Newcastle a friendly city?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I hear that a lot. As you might be able to tell from my accent, I was born and bred in the northeast of England, so I just take it for granted that everybody's friendly. I think I live in a bubble, but it's lovely to hear it when our graduates say that as well. So, just testing you there. Has Newcastle had a lasting impact on you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think I don't know, I came back to Newcastle after graduation 3 years ago or something like that, and I felt really emotional when I landed. I don't know, and I feel so connected to the city and the campus, and maybe I'm romanticizing that a bit, but definitely was, I it was a great experience, and both, of course, personally as my personal development and professionally. So yeah.
Brilliant. Um, we've known each other for a few years now, probably since I started this role. And within that time, you've supported the business school, you've supported our students various ways. I know you came back and gave talks on campus when you've been in the UK, and you've done stuff like this today. And I think you might have done a video for us as well at some point. Why do you stay connected with us, and why do you continue to volunteer for us?
I think it just makes me feel young. I don't know. But jokes aside, is I think when you go through school, high school and bachelor and master, you have, of course, you have to choose, and that's an important choice. But then you go through lessons and then exams. So it's you kind of have a path defined, and then you finish and you're on your own, right? And you know, nobody tells you like, oh, you should change job, or maybe you have some friends, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. And I think being part of the community, um, it helps you continue that experience of a student, and get ideas from other people that maybe shared some similar path to you. So I think that's great, and that information on, for example, how what a role does, or what a company does. Of course, you can read it somehow, but the knowledge of an insider is invaluable. Maybe you can find it on Reddit somewhere, but probably networking is the best way, and so the alumni community is it's a great place for that. So I think you, Rebecca, and all the other people in the alumni relations, they're doing a great job of making us feel part of still the university. And so that's great.
Well, brilliant. Thank you so much, Simon. Like I said, the community lasts a lifetime. So you're stuck with me for as long as you want at this stage. But yes, thank you so much for coming today and talking to everybody. And we will see if we can hear Lillian now. Fingers crossed.
Yep, I think I'm
Yeah,
ready. Yeah,
perfect. Always,
finally.
always a gremlin in the Zoom chats, I think. So brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Lillian. And we're just going to talk about the global community and the power of networks. You have had, as a student, a really networking experience as part of student societies, and now as part of an alumni network. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant. So, Lillian, are you okay just to do a quick introduction about what you studied at Newcastle and maybe a little bit about what you do now?
I was graduated from Newcastle MBA in 2009.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Yep.
Probably still feels like yesterday.
Yes, like
Brilliant.
yesterday. Oh,
So, am I correct in thinking, Lillian, that you were president of the Taiwan Student Society when you were with us?
yep. Mhm.
Wonderful. So I just wanted to ask you quickly, so when you were with us as a student, how important was it for you to be part of student societies in order to help you grow your community when you were studying with us?
Okay. For most of us, studying in Newcastle, this is our first time to stay abroad for a long time, and we are away from our family and friends. I think university life can be stressful due to academics, pressure, and cultural shock. Therefore, having a supportive team group makes a huge difference. Creating a welcome environment where students felt heard, and included and engaged is a key priority for us. For me, building a community helps us to improve student well-beings and create a lifelong friendship. Yeah, and we have some move for students to get involved in our society. The first one is we uh, encourage them to attend society fairs and show up for the events. Back to the time when I studied in Newcastle, we have some events like a welcome party for newcomers, and we also have Christmas party and Chinese year end party and 2-day trip. These events are not just for Taiwanese. We welcome our members to invite their friends from different countries, and it is also a opportunity. It is also an opportunity for Taiwanese to make friends from other countries. And the second one is, as I know that currently the Taiwanese society has its own Facebook page and Instagram and Line group. I think people, students share, the society shares updates and events. And I think following these social media can make the students easy to stay in the loop. And the
Yes.
third one, I think, is volunteer and take a role in the committee members. So I think it's getting involved in leadership is a great way to contribute and build skills. For me, we arrange a 2-day trip when I studied in Newcastle, and it's fun to be the travel agency at that time. And when back to Taiwan, I did get my tour guide license because of I did that in Newcastle. Yeah,
Oh, fabulous.
yeah.
Yes, I think that's a really great point, really. You can be part of many different student societies as well. As Lillian said, she was part of the Taiwan Student Society, but at the same time, Lillian, I suppose if you wanted to join the Netball Society or, the Reading Group Society, you could join
Mhm.
multiple. So there's those options there for you. But you've made a very good point there of, yes, you can join societies, but if you're wanting to develop leadership skills, be part of the committee, take that leading and kind of innovative approach, which means that you can develop exactly how you would like. So thank you so much for that. I will say for anybody
Mhm.
thinking of studying with us at Newcastle, you will have the option to go to the society fairs, but also visit the Students' Union and see kind of what's available to you now. You can see what might pique your interest there. So, Lillian, rather excitedly, an alumni network has been formed. Can you tell us a little bit about the alumni network and what you are looking to achieve?
Actually, we built the alumni community in 2014.
Yeah.
And our so far our goal is to build a traveling community, and we want alumni to feel a sense of belonging even after they are graduate, and whether they are in Taiwan or in elsewhere. Um, uh, I think back in 2000, we have two students. They are from UK and from India. They work in Taiwan and they join our community. And I think it's very fun to have them join us to share the experience we have in Newcastle. Okay. And the second one, I think our achievement is like to develop a professional and networking by hosting events, talks, and workshops. We help alumni connect with industry professionals, share opportunities, and grow in their careers. Like what we did in 2023, the blockchain and cryptocurrency workshop. Yeah. And the third one, I think, is the mentorship and the giving back. Many alumni want to support current students by sharing their experience in Newcastle. Like we always support Anthea to do the alumni works in Taiwan. Yeah, and I think we pretty much did this.
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
sorry. The last one, I think I should. The last one, I think we are working on it now. The strengthening university ties. We hope to work closely with university to keep alumni update on new activities, offer ways to give back, and celebrate achievements within our community.
I think that's really important, really about keeping that community spirit alive. And I think everybody on the call today has seen that connectivity, and it's how we kind of get it out across all the networks. And I think we're on the right path. Lillian, my next question um, it's similar to what we asked Simon as well. We've got alumni and students join us from across the world and then go on to be based across the world.
Mhm.
The business schools based in 150 countries. How has the global community supported you in career development?
Mm, actually, so far, I don't have strong feeling about this. I think maybe we want to get more ideas and more progress in from university, and I think due to COVID, I think with alumni are open to work to have remote jobs, and it's good if a university can share this to our alumni.
Yeah, I think
And we some
that's a big
support on
part.
this. Mhm. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. If you're able to, are you able to tell us a little bit about your role now, and maybe
Mhm.
how you feel that Newcastle University or being part of these networks has kind of supported you and feeling confident in that role?
Mhm. Okay, when I started in MBA, I did like the course like consultant management and project and process management, and therefore when I back to Taiwan, my job was involved with project management and product management. So I met I work in NB industry, PC industry like Acer computers, and help Apple to build their monitors and wireless connectivities in automotive industry. Currently, I run my own business. So for me, studying at Newcastle played a huge role to accelerate my career. For the first one is the strong academic foundation because I get a degree and I have more opportunities to apply jobs. And the second one is leadership and community building. Building. I think serving as a president of the student society helped me to develop the leadership, the communication, and organizational skills. And the third one, I think, is the global network and connections. When I studied MBA, we have different. Our classmates are from different countries like states, UK, China, Korea, Thailand, India, Belgium, and Bulgaria, and so on. I think it helps me to build relationship with people from different backgrounds, different cultures, and it helps me to uh, accelerate my job. And the third one is confidence. Yeah, because as studying abroad, we have to learn to be independent, and we take challenge and solve problems by our own. And okay, so overall, I think it's a good memory for me to study in Newcastle University.
Oh, thank you, Lily. We're very proud to have you as part of our community as well. So thank you for joining us today. I'm going to say I'm very proud that my voice has lasted until 11:50, but I feel like it might be starting to crackle, so I apologize to everybody. But yes, thank you so much to our three speakers today. I think that nicely takes us to the end of our session. But if anybody has any questions, or this is going to be shared post-recording, if anybody then has any questions on email, please just let the recruitment team know or myself know, and we'll do our best to get those answered for you. But yes, thank you very much, everybody, and I will stop the recording there.